Hey guys, I'm doing a review on the Hayabusa Kanpeki T3s. I've had these particular gloves for about going on probably 5.5 years, almost 6. As you can see, there's a lot of wear and tear on it, at least where I punch primarily. These are the old versions. They have new ones out right now. They just launched them, I don't think too long ago, maybe a year ago. Cost for these, I believe I paid around $140, maybe $150. They're a little bit on the pricier end of gloves, and if you're a beginner, maybe you don't want to spend this much on a glove. Maybe you don't, maybe you can spend. There's definitely a lot of gloves made out there that are still good value around the $70 to $80 range. Hyabusa makes great lower price gloves as well. It kind of has like a pleather. I don't know what they call it. They have some kind of special material that they like to call it. They have these particular model. The Kanpeki T3 is in that pleather, and they do also have them in this particular model, which is 100% genuine leather, full grain leather. I'm not sure. It's leather either way. So these are really nice. I mean, aesthetically, they just look really cool. Everybody always compliments me on them. They're like, "Wow, those are, they look dope." I mean, they look like kind of like an old, boxing glove that from the 1950s and 1960s. So yeah, they're a little pricier, but if you could afford it, and I mean, like I said, I've had it for almost 6 years now. I paid $150. I think I think I got my money's worth at least. The durability on these, it's pretty good. I mean, you can see there's wear and tear right here. This is where I punch, and I bring it to my head a lot. If I'm bringing the jab out, I stand orthodox, so I bring this to my head back and forth a lot, and I usually jab with it a lot as well. So you can see the wear right there, that I pretty much just sweated through this and just deteriorated the leather that much. On my other glove, it's kind of the same story. Just if you can see, it's on my right hand, and this is where I keep my right hand. So if I jab it, bam. So you can see that my thumb is always touching my chin. It's always touching my chin. So you can see the sweat marks on the glove, right where I sweat. And I put some sports tape in there. You can see inside, it's kind of got some plasticky stuff in there. It's all foam, pretty much covered in plastic. So I'm not 100% sure what that is. I know they show on their website, they kind of have the layers set out. So the impact layers, they like to call them, I believe. It's pretty good though. I mean, durability wise, other than the sweat marks, you really can't see too much wear and tear on the glove. The stitching has held up pretty well. My only criticism is the stitching that attaches the thumb to the top of the glove. Here it held, but over here it did not. And I believe that that's more of a, maybe it's just the way that I fight and that I box. I primarily use these for Muay Thai. So I usually have my jab hand out, and sometimes I'll kind of feint the jab, and I'll open my hand up a lot. You'll see that in MMA, they're always poking each other's eyes, but I do that here, and maybe that's why that detached from there, as opposed to my right hand, which I keep right by my chin. So yeah, I tried to sew this one on. It really didn't work. At the top of the glove over here, you can see that I also tried to sew it on. And see on the right, it didn't do that. So I think it's because I opened this jab hand a lot, and sometimes we use them for pad work as well. So I would like to see a little bit more reinforced stitching on that. The leather itself is very, very durable. It's very thick leather. I just think it needed a little more stitching right there and along the top of the glove. You can see where the black meets the leather, that I think would need reinforced stitching on both of them, because if you're fighting southpaw, if you're fighting orthodox, you're gonna kind of run into that problem. And yeah, I mean, they feel really great. Sometimes I don't even use wraps depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing heavy bag work, then yeah, I'm gonna wrap my hands up. But I mean, I'm just so comfortable in these gloves. I know these gloves. I know their limitations. I know how to use them essentially to fit my body. I mean, these are really extensions of my hands, and yeah, the feel is just great, and the smell. I mean, I've left these in my car in a hot summer day. I mean, 5 to 6 years of training. I sweat a lot. They really don't smell that bad. I have gis that I wore just today from jiu-jitsu that smell worse than these gloves. I mean, it's amazing, and all I do is air dry them out. So yeah, I mean, on that front, I know they have some kind of like bamboo technology that they put inside that I believe is supposed to be antimicrobial. I'm not sure. But either way, I don't smell anything, so it must be working. I don't know if it's that or something else, but yeah, durability, it's good. You know, at the gym, we always tear these off with our mouths, you know, tear it on. I mean, overall, they've held up really well, and I've just ordered the brand new Kanpeki T3s, the 2nd generation, so I think it's time to try those out, and I'll probably make a video for those too, my first impressions, and then maybe I'll wait a few months until I give another video on my final thoughts on the 2nd generation. But I'm really happy about the 1st generation, and I'm excited to try the 2nd ones. And I love Hayabusa. They got some good quality products. You pay a little extra, but you know, I mean, don't go out buying a crap glove. Really invest in the glove. It's the 16 ounces have worked really well for me. I'm really curious to try the 14 ounces, and I know they have shin guards and matching headgear. If I could afford all of it all, I would, but yeah, these gloves, pretty great. Recommend them. If you have any questions, just let me know.